Hello and welcome to the White Slate Padhai, and today we will do the Padhai of microorganisms, friends and foe. That is chapter number 2 for class 8. The topics that we are going to cover today are the introduction, that what are microorganisms, then various types of microorganisms, characteristic of a special type of microorganism which is known as virus and because of which we are so affected in these days, and then the living conditions or what are the living areas of these microorganisms. So let's get started. The word microorganisms is not very new to you. See, you must be thinking that we haven't heard about it earlier, but you have heard about its various types. Like when you have fever, the doctor may say it is a viral fever. So, what is this viral fever? It is caused due to a virus. And what is a virus? It is a microorganism. Similarly, if you have throat infection, the doctor may say that you have bacterial infection. Then again, what is this bacteria? This is also a microorganism. Now the question arises that what exactly is this microorganism? So if you will break up this word, then here you will be able to see that micro means very small and organisms means anything which is living. So the microorganisms are very small organisms. Now they are so small that you cannot see them with unaided eyes, cannot be seen with unaided or naked eyes. It means you will require some special types of instruments to watch these microorganisms, and these special types of instruments are known as your magnifying glass or microscope. So you need magnifying glass or microscope to see these. That's why we are calling them as microorganisms. Now there is one more thing, that these are there are various types of microorganisms present there. Some of them are harmful to us, some of them are useful to us. Like you must have heard about lactobacillus in previous classes also. It helps to make the curd. Then similarly, just now as I said, when you go to the doctor, he says that you are being diseased because of a virus or a bacteria. So they are again our foe too. The foe word means your enemy. So these microorganisms are both. Some of them are our friend and some of them are enemies. So we will see in this chapter that whether we can call them as friends or enemies or both, and how they are acting as friends and how they are acting as enemies. Let's see various types of microorganisms, as there is not only one. Two you have already heard the names. One is virus and the other one is bacteria, and similarly there are others also. So let's see these various types. So the first type is your bacteria only. Now this bacteria is also of various types. It's not that it would be of one type of only. And what are the various characteristics of this bacteria? That it causes various diseases, like it can cause typhoid, tuberculosis. Then it is also useful to us because it can make the curd, and it is also used in nitrogen fixation, because we cannot use the nitrogen. You have learned this thing in 7th class, and it helps us to fix that nitrogen to our soil. So it is both friend and foe. It is both to us. It is our friend and it is our foe too. And these are of different types because they look of different types. Some of them may look like this. Some pictures must also be coming here. Then some can look like this. And on the basis of these, they have different names too, which you will be learning in higher classes, that how they are named according to their shape and size. The next type is fungi. This also you have done in 7th class. You have heard about it. Now it is also very useful to us. Basically it is useful only. It is used to make bread mold, which we have. Now this bread mold is not useful. So here you can say that it is spoiling our bread. Then it is used to make wines. and it is also used to make normal breads too. So the bread, once the bread is being made, then it can spoil it and make bread mold, and it can also make new and fresh bread for us. So again, this is also both friend and foe. The third category in this is protozoas. These protozoas are very harmful to us. Basically, always they will be giving us some types of diseases only, and they give us diseases like dysentery, which is very common whenever you consume any type of food, spoiled food, then you cause this thing, and malaria. So, and etc. So these protozoas are basically are disease causing, so they will always be our foe only. They are not our friends. The fourth category in this is algae. Algae also you have learned in previous classes that what is an algae. So these are the green patches on water, or they form the green patches of water, and the example for this is Spirogyra. These are the living organisms. They are not our friend, they are not our foe. They are just present there in the environment and just helping us to complete the food chain. That's it. So they are not that much useful in our daily life or day to day life. Then the last one or the fifth one is known as virus, जिसकी वजह से आज इतनी problems हमको face करनी पड़ रही हैं. So this is being kept in a different category also, and it has very different characteristics also from all these four. These all four are always living. You cannot say that they are dead, and they do not require others to live. But this virus is very different. So we will learn about this virus in detail, and it can cause us many diseases, like for nowadays it can cause us coronavirus, then it can also cause us cold, flu, polio, chicken pox, and so on. And for the precaution, as for these diseases, we always need a vaccination against these viruses. Let's see that what are the various characteristics of this virus. So these are the various characteristics which are present there in a virus. First of all, why it is important to learn about this virus? Because it causes a number of diseases in human body. Some of them are cold, viral flu, measles, chicken pox, smallpox, AIDS, and so on. The list is very long. You can have n number of diseases because of this virus. Now it is the smallest of all the microorganisms which are present and which we have talked about, the bacteria, protozoas. It is smallest of all, and it could be seen only by the help of electron microscope. The microscopes also have various categories, and this electron microscope is the best out of those, and it can see very little things also. So only under the electron microscope you can see these viruses. Then it can develop and multiply only inside the living cell. This is the characteristic which is very different from others, that if this is a bacteria or any living cell, then a virus will come and attack it, and it will then start to live. Before, when it was outside the body, then it will behave just like a dead material, or it will not show any type of living thing or the living characteristics. It would just behave as if it is dead, and once as soon as it will enter the system of or the machinery of a living cell, then it will start to behave like a living entity, and then it will also utilize all the machineries which are present in us. Like if you will take for example the common cold virus, it comes inside the human's body, and after coming inside, it will take up all the things from our body only. It will use our cells to multiply. हमारे ही cells को use करके और ज़्यादा बड़ा होगा, और भी ज़्यादा अपने पैर फैलाता जाएगा. लेकिन जब तक हमारी बॉडी के बाहर है, तब तक it will behave as a dead material. तब तक इसमें बिल्कुल भी जान नहीं रहेगी. That is what it is written here, that it behaves as non-living entity when outside the host body. इसके लिए जिस भी बॉडी में एंटर करता है, उस बॉडी को ये होस्ट बॉडी बोला जाता है. तो and it utilizes our machinery to reproduce and multiply. So and ये जो host body है ना, जरूरी नहीं है कि humans की ही हो. It could be of anyone. It could even be of the bacterias also, जो खुद भी इतने small है. उसके ऊपर भी ये वायरस जाके बैठ जाएगा, and it will multiply there also. That is why it is very important to learn about it. एक तो इतना छोटा है और ऊपर से बाहर रहता है, तब तक बिल्कुल ऐसा लगेगा कि बिल्कुल जान नहीं है इसमें, मरा हुआ है, and as soon as it will enter somebody's body, then it will start to multiply and it will utilize all the functions of that host body to live. Now the question arises that where do these microorganisms live, where are these microorganisms found? So let's study something about that also. So these are some places where you can find these microorganisms. If you will see these some places, तो वो कहते हैं ना कि आंखें खुली की खुली रह जाती हैं जब हम कोई एकदम अजीब सी चीज देख लेते हैं, कुछ नई चीज, तो वैसा ही कुछ इन प्लेसेस के साथ भी होगा when you will study about these places. So the microorganisms are found in soil, they are found in water and they are found in air. मतलब कोई भी जगह इनसे छूटी हुई नहीं है, चाहे वो हवा हो जो आप जिसे आप अपने अंदर ले रहे हैं, चाहे वो वाटर हो जो आप पीते हैं, चाहे वो सॉइल हो जिसमें आप रह रहे हैं. एवरीवेयर दे आर प्रेजेंट. दे आर प्रेजेंट इन आइस कोल्ड क्लाइमेट्स, जहाँ पे 0 डिग्री से नीचे भी टेम्परेचर चला जाता है, इतनी ठंडी में भी देर आर वेरियस माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स लिविंग. एंड दे आर ऑल्सो लिविंग इन हॉट स्प्रिंग्स दैट इज मोर देन 600 डिग्री सेल्सियस. इतनी गर्मी है कि 600 डिग्री सेल्सियस जो ह्यूमन बॉडी के लिए तो झेलना नामुमकिन है, वहां पे भी यू कैन find these microorganisms. They are living in deserts which are very dry and they are also living in marshy lands which are very humid. बहुत ज़्यादा वहाँ पर आपको ह्यूमिडिटी का कंटेंट, मॉइस्चर कंटेंट बहुत ज़्यादा मिलेगा. एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड डेजर्ट्स बिल्कुल सूखे हुए होते हैं. तो एकदम एक्सट्रीम से एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस जहाँ पे आप सोच भी नहीं सकते कि कोई लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म हो सकता है, वहाँ पे भी यू कैन फाइंड दीज माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स. दे आर फाउंड इन द माउथ्स ऑफ ऑल द एनिमल्स. They are found in our intestine. They are found in various foodstuffs. वो foodstuffs चाहे हमारे हों चाहे animals के हों, किसी के भी consume करने वाले हों, they are found everywhere. They can live alone. It means that they will live alone. They will not have any friend or a family just like the amoeba. Or they can make colonies also. Like your fungi and bacteria, they always live in a group or colonies. Then they can act as a parasite and live in and on living bodies. Parasites जो होते हैं आप already 7th class में पढ़ चुके हो, they live on host bodies, so they can behave like that also, and they can behave like saprophytes and live on dead and decaying matter. So एकदम extreme conditions जो हैं जहाँ पे हमारी सोच भी नहीं सोच सकती कि वहाँ ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हमें मिलेंगे, उन सब जगह पे हमें ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स मिलते हैं. नाउ दैट्स व्हाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू लर्न अबाउट देम, that whether they are friend or they are foe, दोस्त है या दुश्मन है, क्योंकि जैसे हैं वैसा ही हमें इन्हें ट्रीट करना पड़ेगा. So with this I'll end up this lecture and we will continue on with this chapter. Like, share, and if you haven't subscribed till now, then subscribe my channel for these awesome videos. Thank you.